Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to a little bit of a different video than normal, and this one being the form of a channel update. I haven't done one of these in a while. I have 6 things in particular to go over, but fun for this video is that some of you do follow in this battle, follow me here on YouTube, so this is a little bit of a funny chat, so I figured we'd just use this replay for the channel update and probably maybe another video if I'm crap and I go longer than 10 minutes. So I'm gonna have to blur some things out in the chat dialogue just because I know I have some younger viewers. Yeah, so channel update. So I think first off, I just need to say thanks to those who are new and subscribing to the channel. We've actually had a notable increase over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. I think over 40-50 people have subscribed. So if I remember correctly, when I looked at it earlier today or yesterday, as I'm recording this on Monday, is that I think we hit 1,450 subscribers. So that's really cool. So I'm very appreciative of that. This is a fun hobby for me, and I really enjoy interacting with you, the community. So that's been quite nice. So in terms of just the YouTube front, things are progressing as normal. I don't have any particular plans to change any scheduling things. As if you're new here, my YouTube schedule tends to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday and Saturday. Normally I have Wednesday and Sunday off. That's just because of how those days are structured for me, and I think it's good to have particularly Sunday off, but then sometimes just Wednesdays or Thursdays don't work out for me in uploading a video. Sorry if Thursdays and Sundays I don't typically have a video. So 5 videos a week. I was doing 6, and I have plenty of content I can be constantly doing, but I just have to be mindful of my own schedule and other priorities in life. And also the summertime here in Norway. So if you are new, I do live in Norway. I'm an American living in Norway, and it's just wonderful weather we've been having here on the southwest coast. Also, what has been fun lately is that I think, was it 2 weeks ago now, I've officially kicked off on Twitch. So if you're not following me on Twitch, I would encourage you to do so. I don't have a set schedule in place, so that's just because of how my life it differs from week to week. Sometimes it feels like. So then I don't feel like I can commit saying which days I'll particularly be on Twitch unless I give you guys an update via the video on YouTube that day. So on to things. So if you would like for me to figure out some better way to update you besides just saying pinging in the FLT Discord like, hey, live on Twitch now, please let me know. I'm figuring out Twitch. As I think we're 24 followers last time I checked. I'm trying to get to 50. Get to 50, we become affiliate. So I kind of have the goal to get to that. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks or something like that. So I'll put that in the comments below, and I'll pin it. But then you can also go into the channel description, and you'll find there. So I like to have fun, chill out, relax with you guys, and I've been adding more things to the channel. Being, now, like, if you follow, like, there'll actually be an alert that goes off, or subscribe. I've been figuring out all these things and having used, I think, Streamlabs with OBS and then with Twitch. So it's been a bit of a learning curve for me as I figured these things out. So yeah, so there's enough time for me to interact with your comments too. So yeah, please come and check that out. But YouTube will remain the main front in terms of uploading videos, but I don't plan to live stream on YouTube anymore. I guess that's the biggest change, but that was only happening once a month, if I had time. So with Twitch, I feel like that's something I'm a little bit more interactive with, and you guys are more chatty on Twitch in the comments than you are on YouTube. So that's cool. So I like that. Number 3 is that when we hit 1,500 subscribers, we will have a subscriber community day. Meaning that when we hit 1,500 subscribers, I will schedule a Twitch, probably at least 4, maybe we do 6 hours, we go crazy. We'll have a Twitch stream. You can division up with me, where the goal is to do ops, perhaps. depending on how many there are of us. But we'll division up, we'll play ops together, we'll have 4 to 6 hours to do it on the EU server, and then on another day we'll have 4 to 6 hours to do it on the NA server, which I think is most of my audience is NA, but I know I have a growing EU following community, so that's really cool. So definitely keep an eye out for that, because we're roughly 50 subscribers away from that, so that means it'll be happening soon. So maybe by the end of this month we have something like that scheduled. If not, we'll do it in July. Another cool thing is, I think 3 weeks ago we actually hit 20,000 hours in terms of view time on YouTube. So that's really cool to try to wrap my head around 20, that y'all over the last, was it 2.5 years we've been doing this YouTube channel, 20,000 hours of watch time. And then shortly right after we hit 250,000 views in total for the channel, so 250,000 views. So I'm really appreciative to all of you ladies and gentlemen for that. So that's just been really cool. So it's like, I don't know, it's just cool to see how this channel continues to grow. I don't have high expectations, I just enjoy the community. So I've just been really thankful to you, all of you, so I do appreciate that. And I do apologize if I sound a little bit out of it. I'm really tired. I've had a long last work week, and then I've been running a bunch of errands and prepping our apartment today, because number 4 is that Mrs. Flimsy's parents are arriving here to Norway tomorrow, if plans stay in place. So they'll be coming all the way from Indiana, where both Mrs. Flimsy and I are from. And they're going to be here for 2 weeks. So Mrs. Flimsy's pretty excited about it. I'm pretty excited about it. They've been in Norway before on their 25th wedding anniversary. And then this time when they come back, it'll be their 40th wedding anniversary, as we have dynamite go off beneath where Mrs. Flimsy and I live right now. So yeah, that's really cool that they get to celebrate their 40th wedding anniversary here. And then I think Mrs. Flimsy and I will have our, I got to think for a moment. We'll have our 7-year anniversary too while they're here. So that's cool. So that's like, oh gosh, that's next weekend. That's coming up really quickly on Sunday. So that's been a fun ride, and doesn't feel like it's been 7 years. So I guess that's a good thing. So yeah, I guess with Mrs. Flimsy's parents being here, let me pause that thought. It's also been a bit tricky right now, because Mrs. Flimsy's grandfather, so her father's father, hasn't been doing well. So he was taken to the emergency room. Was this like Wednesday? I think or Thursday morning we woke up to a message. He has Parkinson's, and he's been wrestling with some health things. He's been nursing home the last 1.5 years. Mrs. Flimsy's grandma, she's still alive, and she's was a nurse, and she's a wiry one, so she's still doing really good. Yeah, so that's been a bit tricky, because if he were to pass away for some reason before Mrs. Flimsy's parents were able to get on the plane tomorrow, then that would definitely disrupt plans. But the goal is that they are able to come or depart the U.S. tomorrow, get here on Wednesday, or I guess I say depart tomorrow, depart today as you are watching this video. So I just appreciate the any thoughts and prayers just for her, and especially for her grandma and grandpa and the family, and trying to figure out this tricky time. So he may hang on for a lot longer, but it's been a bit back and forth with his health as of late. So with Mrs. Flimsy's parents being here, number 5, is that the video upload schedule may be a bit odd. Probably more so next week, or maybe I should be honest, it could be even impacted as early as Friday. My goal is to still have, you have Tuesday's video, today's video, have a video for Wednesday, so tomorrow as you're watching this, and my hope is still to do the video on Santander on Friday, Saturday, future the ship, and then an upgrade commander build video on Saturday. And then the week after that, I'm not entirely sure how things are going to go, because of course we're going to be showing Mr. Flimsy's parents around, sightseeing, different things like that. So my schedule might be a bit sporadic, or there might be maybe no videos for several days that week. So nothing bad has happened to me. If you don't see any videos from me, it's just that Mrs. Flimsy's parents are here, and we'll be spending time with them. So I don't know if I'll be even on World of Warships so much, so to speak. So at least the goal is to have regular content this week. I know I'm confident about today and tomorrow. Hopefully Friday, Saturday, still hang out. Number 6, I guess this is a bit of exciting news to share with you, and then looks like I'm gonna have to put another video in behind this, is that Mrs. Flimsy and I are planning to buy our first house next year. So not even this year. That's been an interesting process. So we've been renting the last 3 years we've been here in Norway. Fantastic place where we're living at right now. Fantastic landlord. He's been awesome, awesome. Like we can't be thankful enough for where we've been able to live with such a beautiful view. It's just really crazy good. But with renting, it's kind of you not being able to reinvest that money. So it's enough money now. It's like, oh, we could have had a down payment on a house. That would have been nice. So we are kind of in this season. She's starting up a business. I guess that has been ongoing. I've been helping Mrs. Flimsy with being art. So she majored in college. And she's doing a fantastic job with that, being pottery. So she's a ceramicist. So she's really, really good with that. So basically we're using most of the money she makes from that to save for down payment for a home. And the house is going from Indiana, Midwest, really ideal to buy. I mean, I never would have thought I would pay more than 150, 200,000 US dollars for a home. And here in Norway, if you live in one of the larger main cities, so we live basically in Stavanger, is the area we live in, and it's expensive for homes, and depending on how much money you have, really limits what you're able to get. So we're trying this season of saving up money for basically the down payment, and then be able between Mrs. Flimsy's income and my income, being able to get that home, and that probably be a house we'd have for 5 or 10 years, and then probably upgrade to another house. Let's see. It'll be interesting. So we have been crazy about wanting to get a house. I think we felt it a lot this year. I think COVID was just like, I don't know. COVID was this weird, really weird, interesting time in trying to figure out normal life in Norway. But we're kind of ready to take on those next steps. Also because we really want a dog. So we can't have a dog where we live at right now, unfortunately. Our landlord's okay with it, but his wife, I think she was bit by a dog when she was younger, and so she's not quite gotten over or past that fear. So understandable. So, and we weren't expecting to get a dog while we're here. And that was said even in our leasing contract. But we talked with our landlord about it, and he's like, yeah, actually, you guys can get a dog. I'm fine with that. Let me check with the missus. And unfortunately, she wasn't okay with it. So that's fine. But we really want a Sheltie. So that's what we want to get as our first dog. I used to be a big Husky fan, but Mrs. Flimsy's really converted me into being a big Sheltie fan now. Small, they're not big, and they do really well with kids when there's eventually little Flimsy juniors running around. No, that will still be a bit away. So that's just, I guess, exciting news to share with you for those of you who have been following a long time and kind of, I don't know, get to learn more about Mrs. Flimsy and I when I share more through the Q&As. So basically, my goal has been, having said that, it's been now that the YouTube channel has been monetized, I guess since August of last year. Been saving, well, I say saving. I haven't actually received my first paycheck. You don't get money from YouTube or a payout until you hit $100. So I haven't hit $100 yet since August. So it really takes a long time and a lot of investing to actually make something like YouTube worthwhile. Having a sizable portion of income, but it's still growing. So I think it's like 9. I don't mind sharing with you guys. It doesn't bother me, but because you're the ones watching the videos, right? You're the ones helping support it. So I kind of see it as a partnership per se. But I think it's like $9 a month is roughly what the income is now from the ad revenues and stuff, which I really try to be mindful of the ad placements, because I hate when ads are in the middle of the video, so I don't never put ads in the mid of videos. Try to make them skippable. Depends on it, whether sometimes I'll feel good and I don't even put an ad on the beginning video, just the end of the video. So if you watch through the ads, of course, that does help contribute to me doing this hobby gig. But then also, if I do become an affiliate on Twitch, and maybe some of you feel inspired enough to want to become a part of the lunch trays and subscribing even on Twitch. Basically, we just the plan I have making this strategic housing preparing plan is that those funds would just be used for like startup. So if we had to buy a refrigerator, have to buy a microwave, random things to start off, and then have a separate house savings account for a down payment. So that's basically what the goal, I guess, is between the YouTube, and if I do make any money off of Twitch, which I don't know if that will happen or not. This depends on if that grows more or not. So yeah, so I was like, I thought about sharing that with you guys for a while, but I haven't. So it's an exciting time. So we're looking forward to this next season in our life starting. So hopefully in the spring or summer or fall of next year, we'll get a house. And then my parents will come visit us next summer is the plan. And they've never been outside the country of the United States. So, granted, there's so much to see in the U.S. alone. They love going out to Wyoming, going out west, which I don't blame them. It's a beautiful place out there. Been out to Montana and what's the name? Glacier National Park. Beautiful area. But some of those sites aren't too far from Norway, so I hope they really enjoy the scenery here in Norway when they come. So life goes on. Life continues. It's the next thing's happening. So I guess capping this on the head, this is the channel update for today. I don't do these too often because I know maybe it's not so exciting, but those of you who are invested, you get to learn a little bit more about the plans of the channel as I try to be transparent. I like being a transparent, honest person, and I like doing this YouTube channel. It's been fun. I never dreamt it would go this far. So I don't know. It was just COVID, and I was like, why don't I start a YouTube channel? And I haven't looked back since because I really like the community that's come out of it. I think that's been my most favorite thing with the YouTube channel, and I like creating content and learning and improving upon that. So I think it's been my two favorite things about having the YouTube channel in particular. So with all being said, yeah, I'll let you know. Hopefully we'll have regular content for this week at least. Next week I can't promise anything with Mrs. Flimsy's parents being here. So I do appreciate the support. I think that's what I always like to try to drive home in these channel updates, is I appreciate those of you who subscribe, those of you who recently have joined and come on board, those who've been subscribed for a long time, part of the YouTube channel, the Discord server. It's been fun as I do try to interact with you all there. So with that being said, please follow me on Twitch if you haven't. I'd like to hit affiliate status in 2 weeks, but we'll just have to see. Will vary. I'm hoping at least I can still do maybe a couple of Twitch streams even with Mrs. Flimsy's parents here. It will really depend, as I don't want to ignore them by any means. We want to be intentional with them. So might be nothing happens on Twitch for the next 2 weeks. We'll just have to see. But I expect Mrs. Flimsy's father, he plays a little bit of games. I'm more on tablet and mobile. So I'm interested to see if he retired as a colonel in the army. So I was very, English, what's the word? Dang it. When I first started dating Mrs. Flimsy, I was very intimidated. And he was a really great guy, and so I didn't feel so intimidated anymore. But I'm wondering if he's going to want to try his hand at World of Warships. So if he sees me in the game and you see me doing questionable things, it might not be me, but maybe a better chance it is me doing some stupid maneuver or something. We'll have to see. So with that being said, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you haven't subscribed already, I really appreciate the support, and we'll catch you tomorrow. So until next time, take care.